In a chilling turn of events, a seemingly innocent exploration of an abandoned building takes a sinister twist for a group of friends. Unravel the spine-tingling story as they confront danger, loss, and the unknown in this gripping horror tale. But be warned, this story isn't for the faint of heart. So, if you're ready for some spine-tingling frights, hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Inside a large gray truck, tension grows as the group prepares to embark on their adventure. With eerie anticipation, they navigate their way to an abandoned location that promises mystery and thrills. As they enter the decrepit building, the group's flashlights pierce through the darkness, revealing the unsettling scene before them. Dusty corridors, broken furniture, and a sense of decay amplify the eerie atmosphere. As they explore deeper, one member stumbles upon a disturbing sight, a blood-soaked figure lying on the floor. Panic and disbelief grip them as they realize it's their own friend, Noah, lifeless and cold. Fear takes over as questions arise. Who could have done this? Why? Unease spreads as the group presses on, searching for their missing friends. In the midst of their search, another ominous discovery is made. Noah's beanie, discarded on the floor, a grim reminder of the horror that has unfolded. Amid the search, the unease deepens with the arrival of a newcomer, Dave, who joins the group. However, suspicions about Dave's intentions and unsettling vibes cast a shadow over the camaraderie. As darkness falls, the group splits up to search for their missing friends, but the sinister presence lurks closer. Tensions run high, and the feeling of being hunted becomes inescapable. Unsettling encounters and eerie sounds test their bravery. A desperate race against time ensues as the group fights to find their friends and escape the clutches of an unknown threat. The building seems to come alive with malevolent intent, making every step treacherous and heart-pounding. In a climactic confrontation, the group faces the malevolent force responsible for the horrors they've witnessed. A battle for survival unfolds, each heartbeat echoing the stakes of life and death. Only through sheer determination can they hope to emerge from this nightmare. As the story reaches its heart-stopping conclusion, the group's bonds are tested, and the scars of their harrowing experience are etched into their minds forever. With a sense of closure and the weight of loss, they emerge from the darkness forever changed, haunted by the chilling events that transpired. The tale of this harrowing exploration serves as a chilling reminder of how the unknown can quickly turn sinister. In a world where fear lurks around every corner, one can never be too careful when venturing into the darkness. Imagine living in the same sleepy town your whole life, where nothing ever happens. But when two high school friends with a passion for airsoft decide to explore an abandoned radio station deep in the woods, they get more than they bargained for. The stage is set for a night of terror as they uncover the eerie secrets hidden within those walls. Our protagonists, let's call them A and Jackson, bond over their shared love for airsoft. Their unique friendship takes them on a series of daring adventures, each more daring than the last. But little do they know, their journey into the abandoned radio station will become a nightmare they can't escape. As winter break approaches, A and Jackson hatch a plan to explore the radio station once again. Armed with BB guns, they enter the building under the cover of night. The atmosphere is tense as they recount seeing a shadowy figure through a window. The anticipation builds as they gear up to explore the building room by room, unaware of the horror that awaits them. In a room that should have been locked and secure, the unthinkable happens. A doorknob turns, and the metal bends, allowing the door to swing open. The friends are faced with an entity beyond their comprehension, defying the laws of nature. Their encounter with this mysterious being is the stuff of nightmares, leaving them paralyzed with fear. Panic takes over as A and Jackson flee for their lives, their heartbeats pounding in their ears. Racing to the edge of the woods, they witness the entity's terrifying speed as it appears and disappears in the blink of an eye. Their desperate escape strategy keeps them on edge, convinced that death lurks just behind them. Back home, the nightmare doesn't end. The entity seems to follow them, leaving ominous footprints and a sense of impending doom. As time passes, the horrors intensify, revealing that this malevolent force isn't ready to let go. The friends are plagued by strange occurrences, and the terror doesn't spare their belongings or their loved ones. In this bone-chilling tale, A's world unravels as the horrors refuse to release their grip. Jackson's fate remains a mystery, and the dread that haunts the radio station endures. Feeling trapped in the monotony of her student life, one young woman sought an adrenaline rush by exploring abandoned places that most dare not enter. Drawn to the allure of the unknown, she embarked on a fateful journey that would forever change her perspective on excitement. Little did she know, the thrill she craved would transform into a bone-chilling nightmare. Trapped in the humdrum of university life in a lackluster town, she yearned for something more. Her free time was a relentless cycle of mundane routines, punctuated by the loud, uneventful conversations of her roommate and her boyfriend. Longing for a spark, she turned to stories of forgotten places, hidden tunnels, and heart-pounding urban exploration. From an early age, she had been captivated by the allure of abandoned locales that held secrets and dangers. She devoured Reddit threads detailing these hidden gems, entranced by tales of forbidden exploration. Watching daring adventurers on YouTube navigate decrepit hotels, eerie malls, and shadowy tunnels filled her with a burning jealousy and desire for that same rush of adrenaline. Fed up with her routine, she resolved to embark on her own journey. Armed with only a flashlight, an army knife, pepper spray, and her camera, she sought out an abandoned underground tunnel nearby. The tunnel promised a taste of the excitement she craved, as it had been dormant for over 2 decades and remained uncharted territory for many urban explorers. Under the shroud of night, she embarked on her quest, pedaling her bike towards the dimly lit tunnel. The path leading through the dense woods was an eerie precursor to what lay ahead. The darkness only intensified the rush she felt, as her flashlight illuminated her way, revealing a world unseen by most. A sense of unease gnawed at her, but she pushed forward, determined to conquer her fear. Upon entering the tunnel, a chilling sensation crept down her spine. The walls were adorned with graffiti, a chaotic display of demonic symbols and cryptic messages. Undeterred, she ventured deeper, her shoes squelching on damp ground. The eerie ambience was unnerving, yet she pushed onward, capturing each haunting detail on her camera. An encounter that turns nightmarish. As she delved further into the tunnel's depths, a sudden realization struck her: she was not alone. Footsteps echoed behind her, their rhythmic cadence drawing closer with each passing second. Panic surged through her veins as she sprinted forward, her army knife gripped tightly in her hand. The footsteps pursued her relentlessly, forcing her into a gut-wrenching decision to confront her pursuer or flee deeper into the abyss. Driven by fear, she made a split-second decision to flee deeper into the tunnel. Her breath came in ragged gasps as she raced through the cold, damp darkness. The footsteps behind her grew louder, fueling her determination to escape the clutches of an unknown pursuer. Adrenaline surged as she pushed herself to her limits, desperately seeking an exit. Finally breaking free from the tunnel's grasp, she found herself back in the chilling embrace of the forest. Her heart pounded in her chest as she fumbled for her bicycle, racing towards safety. Upon returning to her apartment, a note awaited her, a sinister message from the very person who had chased her. The reality of being stalked, observed, and pursued by a stranger sent shivers down her spine. Traumatized by the night's events, she realized the folly of her quest for excitement. The thrill she had sought transformed into a nightmare beyond her imagination. No longer would she seek solace in abandoned places or explore the shadows alone. Her brush with danger had forever altered her perspective, teaching her a haunting lesson about the darkness that can lurk in even the most alluring of adventures. In her quest for life less ordinary, one woman found herself plunged into a terrifying ordeal that would forever alter her perception of excitement. The abandoned tunnel that promised adrenaline and fear ultimately delivered a chilling encounter with an unknown pursuer. A lesson learned in the most harrowing way: some thrills are not worth the risks. Unveil the eerie mysteries surrounding an old abandoned building. Join Chris and his brave friend Danny as they venture into the unknown to unravel spine-tingling secrets that will leave your heart racing. In the quiet corner of our neighborhood stands a forgotten relic, the abandoned building. Ordinary, perhaps, but cloaked in an air of unsettling rumors and tales. From the mundane to the outlandish, these stories tease the mind. Some whisper of a deranged recluse dwelling within, a madman who subjects intruders to unspeakable horrors. Others dare to suggest a sinister portal to a nightmare realm. The one constant: whoever enters never returns the same, or at all. Meet Chris and Danny, two intrepid souls who share a fascination for all things supernatural. With darkness as their ally, they set out to confront the chilling enigma that this building embodies. They meticulously prepare, packing essentials for a nocturnal escapade: food, warm clothing, and Chris's trusty Beretta M92 handgun, just in case reality rivals the legends. Under the shroud of night, around 10:30 p.m., Danny arrives at Chris's house to prepare their gear. Armed with LED flashlights, their adventure commences. A winter fog drapes the building, unusual but not uncommon for the season. Unperturbed, they step inside, fueled by their shared curiosity. Darkness embraces them as they enter the building, and the faint LED lights provide a mere 3 feet of vision. Fear takes a back seat to their determination as they explore the unknown terrain. Danny wields the camera, its night vision barely piercing the obscurity. Meanwhile, Chris, ever vigilant, clutches the flashlight and keeps his hand close to his firearm. As they advance deeper, a metallic scent clings to the air, its acrid tinge assaulting their senses. Footsteps, unnaturally swift and irregular, reverberate through the corridors. The unnerving sound, tap 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 tap, compels them forward, their resolve unwavering. A gaping hole marks the center of a grand chamber, a staircase to an abyss below. As they approach, their senses blur, and unease grips them. The flashlight flickers, mirroring their anxiety. Danny stumbles, and the camera plunges into the void. A decision to leave it be, as terror grows stronger. The flashlight reveals a gruesome sight, a torn-apart deer, blood staining the floor. A pungent scent of blood overwhelms them, its origin uncertain. Strange prints, elongated talon-like marks, mar the scene, defying explanation. Leading to a single room, these prints stir curiosity and dread. The room's door, barely attached, lacks a handle and reveals a macabre tableau, a room laden with mutilated bodies, a ghastly feast for the eyes. Blood floods the floor, prints ascend walls and ceiling. Tap, 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 a relentless rhythm pervades the air, forcing them into action. A shadowy figure moves, elusive, and panic rises. Chris fires his gun into the door, but tap, 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 tap persists, as if mocking their defiance. Danger lurks, and Danny's screams echo in the nightmare. Chris finds a way to escape the room, their flight fueled by dread. Running frantically, tap, 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 tap chases them, shadowing their every step. Tap, 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 tap remains a haunting echo as Chris watches Danny's life extinguish before his eyes. Confronted by a sinister creature with glowing eyes, Chris flees, haunted by that sinister smile. In a heart-pounding climax, Chris escapes, using his wits and resourcefulness. The building relinquishes its terror, but it clings to him like a specter. Frenzied and blood-soaked, he returns home, hoping to call for help, only to find the phone lines severed. With every tap, 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 the narrative unfolds, a chilling testament to the horrors that lie hidden in the shadows. An eerie tale of courage and terror, a warning against the allure of abandoned places, for they house secrets far darker than imagination could conceive.